Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Onyxe Blade back with another episode of Chatting with Onyxe Blade. First and foremost, before I get started, my fan is on. It's kind of warm in my bedroom, so if the little buzzing in the background, that's my fan. So hopefully it won't be too annoying. You guys still understand me speaking, but I definitely need my fan on. Secondly, thank you to everybody who's been supporting my channel. We are so close to 1,000. Thank you. I'm appreciative of each and every one of you. But now let's get started. The three topics I'm going to talk about today. First, it's going to be about Scream 6. Now that the embargo's over, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. But I'm not going to talk about so much the movie itself. So for those who want to be spoiler, you're safe. I'm more going to be commenting on fans complaining about Samantha Carpenter, the character that's played by actress Melissa Barrera, and people's, I don't know how to really say at the moment, people's, trying to say addiction, because I don't feel like that's really the word, but people's over unrealistic and people who just like Sydney, my speech is kicking my ass right now, and people who are really into the character Sydney Prescott and don't know how to move on from the character, which is played by the lovely actress Neve Campbell. Second topic is my little rant on DNF Duel and how they're handling the release of Spectre and the season 1 pass, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to talk about another thing that's LGBTQ related. But let's get to the Scream 6 stuff first. So for those who've been following Scream, I've been watching Scream as a kid. My mom let me watch it, and I've been obsessed with the Scream series since. Loved it. Yes, there's some characters I wish survived, like Tatum, Cece, and etc. But overall, Scream has been such a great movie for me. I love Sydney, always will, and still do. Dewey's a dope character, and Gail, it took me a minute to warm up to Gail. I absolutely love Gail as well. And I want to say this as well. I'm a Kirby stan. Kirby was introduced in Scream 4. Baby, you want to see what Ascension looks like? I still am obsessed with Kirby. She's currently my avatar on Twitter at the time of this recording. She'll probably be my avatar for probably till like mid-April. Then I'll probably go back to my own picture or something else. But I was obsessed with Kirby. I was one of those people back when Kirby was originally planned to be killed in Scream 4. That when people thought she was dead. And she got stabbed twice by Charlie. I want to play, well, we didn't see Kirby's, dead. We just saw her, she got stabbed twice. Sydney got stabbed twice. So if Sydney could survive, so could Kirby. Because baby, Hayden Panettiere acted her ass off. And I understand that the movie was not about her. But in my opinion, Kirby was one of the better parts of Scream 4. And personally, to me, she was the best part of Scream 4. Every time Hayden Panettiere was on camera, any scene she was in, she devoured it. She was amazing from start to finish. She truly engaged me. I was invested in Kirby. I was more invested in Kirby than Gail, Dewey, Sydney, and Jill before Jill was revealed to be one of the killers. Kirby just was that girl to me. She still is that girl to me. But Kirby was everything when Scream 4 first came out to me. And I'm so glad that she had a lot of fans just like myself. I call myself a Kirby stan. And people love Kirby so much that, fans kept saying, I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dead. I think she survived her attack on Charlie. And guess what? In Scream 5 confirmed that she was indeed alive. So outside of Sydney, Dewey, Gail, and Judy, sadly Judy did get killed in Scream 5, Kirby was the only other survivor in Scream 4. But that being said, in Scream 6, after every Kirby went through in Scream 6, guess what? I am beyond happy if they don't bring Kirby back for any more Scream stuff. Because guess what? My baby's alive. She survived yet another Ghostface attack. And all is good. Now getting back to Sam Carpenter. Since the start of Scream 5, Sam was the new final girl, the new Sydney character. She's not a Sydney clone by no means. Sam definitely has her own personality, and I love it. Sam is the daughter of Billy Loomis, the first killer of Scream. And, he was going after Sydney. And for those who pay attention to Scream, Scream 1 to Scream 4 was Sydney's story. But Scream 4 was the climax of Sydney's story. Without any weirdness, there was nothing else realistically one can do with Sydney's story. Sydney's story has been told and has been a good story. She's now a mom. She's married to Detective Kincaid, who was introduced in Scream 3. She has 2 little ones, or at least 1 little one, but I believe she has 2 little daughters. And Sydney's story is done. Sydney deserves, after all the hell Sydney had to endure from Scream 1 to Scream 4, Sydney deserves her happy ending. I don't want Sydney to be constantly dealing with a new ghost face trying to kill her. That is fucked up, considering all the hell, all the losses she had to deal with, or the pain, or the near-death experience, or the betrayals, all that Sydney had to deal with. After that woman been put through pure hell, and she survived. That's the gag. They put Sydney through pure hell, and she survived. And yet, the fans still want to see Sydney being chased after Ghostface. Not all Scream fans. That's why I can't say all Scream fans. Some Scream fans are like, you know what? I love Sydney, but I'm also cool with the fact that her story is done. Now, if she comes back in another Scream movie, hell yeah. But I'm not one of those people like, oh my god, I hate Sam. Just give me back Sydney. I don't like Tara. Give me back Sydney. I don't care for Chad. Give me back Sydney. Mindy's corny. Give me back Cindy. No, they're like, okay, I love Sydney. My love Sydney's always going to be that girl to me. Because no matter what Sam or any future protagonist accomplish in the Scream series, Sydney is forever going to be the face of the Scream series. Just the way Ryu is the face of Street Fighter. No matter Alex, Luke, Rashid, Ryu is always going to be Mr. Street Fighter. They can't take that away from Ryu. However, the big part of Ryu's story has been told. Capcom had to make other protagonists to move the story forward. The same way the Scream series is moving forward with Sam Carpenter. But certain Scream fans are like, they're like pissed off, like, if it's not Cindy, then I don't give a fuck. If it's not Cindy, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And it's like, you're not being realistic. You can like Sydney. Hell, I still like Sydney. You could be a fan, but you could be like, okay, you know, yeah, do I like Sydney? Yes, that's my girl. That's one of my favorite final girls in any horror franchise. But I'm cool if they stop telling Sydney's story from here. Just mention her every now and then. Give us a little life update what's going on with her. But Sydney's story's been told. I guess some people say, well, you got like a Scream cult, and the cult could go after her. Those things are not impossible. They're not even bad ideas. My whole argument comes in, do you still want Sydney to keep going through pure hell? Because eventually, Sydney's number's going to be up. She might end up losing Mark. Or the killer's a true savage, kill one of her kids. I don't want that for Sydney. I'm speaking for me, Mr. Tubby Onyx. I don't want that for Sydney. I want Sydney to be happy. What? Excuse me, and I want not a little spoiler. I said I was going to spoil not too much, and this will be a spoiler-free video, but I'm going to give a little spoiler. My heart fell in my ass in the movie theaters last Thursday when I thought Gail was about to die. I'm like, no, I just lost Dewey in Scream 5. Like, no, not Gail. Not Gail, too. Not Gail. In my head, I'm like, not Gail. Not Gail. No, not Gail. I was so relieved when the EMT workers got there, when Sam and Tara saved Gail the last minute for Scream, did a final blow to her. Well, Ghostface, I said Scream. Ghostface did a final blow to Gail that would have absolutely killed her. The EMT said she has a weak pulse. We were like, just in the movie theater, thank God Gail is still alive. And that's the only spoiler you're going to get from me. I promise. And, you know, I don't want that for Sydney. I don't want that for Gail. I didn't want it for Dewey. I don't want that for Kirby. And people think right now, oh, you're on the Tara train because Jenna Ortega's big and popular in Hollywood, or you're messing with Chad because Mason Gooding is sexy as hell, blah, 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 blah. No, it has nothing to do with that. I like the characters because they're new characters, they're relatable, and I want to see their journey. Eventually, Sam's journey is going to end, along with Tara, Chad, and Mindy, if they don't die, and there'll be a new protagonist to follow. I'll probably be in my mid-50s by then, if I'm alive, but there'll be someone else to follow. I just wish people get on the train that we're not saying that you can't be a Sydney fan, you can't like Gail, you can't like Kirby, you can't like Dewey, but this story has pretty much been told. Yes, you could get them something new to do, but will you be feeling like you're redundant? You just make them do something stupid, just have them there just for the sake of being there? Or you give characters who actually are going to do stuff besides the casualties in the first kill that each Scream movie has. Like, I'd rather the character actually serve a real purpose. And in my humble opinion, both Kirby and Gale were used very well for side characters in Scream 6. I don't think that they were used badly at all. They were used very appropriately, in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion. And like I said, this video is not to bash me. You don't like Sam, and Sam is not for you. That's cool. But I think a lot of people have an issue with Sam because they don't like the fact that she took Cindy's spot. And to me, she didn't take Cindy's spot. She's a new character of her own. Cindy's spot is always going to be secure. But Sam is our new lead. We're not following Sam's story. That's all I want to say about that. And also, again, shout out to Melissa Barrera because you did an amazing job with Sam in Scream 6. Now, on to the next topic, DNF Duel. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I don't play DNF Duel. Will I ever buy DNF Duel in this current condition and the way that the team who works on the game is handling it? Hell no. That being said, my gripe with DNF Duel is this. You show us a preview of Spectre at the end of last year in December, going to 2023. I'm scratching my board, but y'all can't see, so who cares? 2023. And now you're telling us, you show us her at the recent Arc System tournament, and you're going to tell us the characters come out in the summertime. You don't even tell us exactly when, because the summer is vague. You guys do what? Summer starts from mid-June to mid-September. That means Spectre could be dropped between any time at that point. That is still the summer. How the fuck do you show a character in last year and you're just now going to release them towards the end of this year? I mean, and there's like the second half of this year. What were y'all doing? What were y'all doing? What were y'all doing? How do you show me something in December and you're going to give it to me maybe in June, maybe in August, maybe in July, maybe in August, maybe in September? What were y'all doing all this time? And I understand they put in some new game mechanics like the new cubes and awakening system. Yeah. What was going on between all those months? How are y'all now to say, okay, Spectre will be ready in the summer? You're showing her. They can't even show you the following characters. They just let you know there's 4 other characters behind Spectre. What is this? This is such a sloppy rollout for a video game. This is beyond sloppy. I'm sorry. Some people might be thinking I'm an asshole here. That's okay. That is beyond sloppy. You showed it to me in December of last year. And I'm going to get it sometime in the summer. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't want to be mean. Honestly, as a creator myself, I know it's a lot of work to make something successful. But DNF Duel is not being worked on by one person. They have a team. I would kill to have a team. My team is really myself and my mother, and sometimes my good friend Eliza. That is my team. And even then, I make my mom, well, she would do certain things for me for free. I refuse to have my mom do everything without some kind of compensation. But let's get back to DNF Duel. They have a team. I ain't one person. They have a team. Why is it taking this so long to release a character? This is the sloppiest season rollout since Street Fighter Season 2. Street Fighter 5 Season 2. Sloppiest character rollout. And I pray that DNF Duel survives until Spectre comes around. And hopefully the other characters don't take forever to come right behind her. Because that is pretty ridiculous in my humble opinion. Pretty ridiculous. Last thing I want to talk about, which is the LGBTQ thing related. Y'all know about me anyway, so we're not going to go through about that. My thing is this, and I'm not telling the world, a lot of people think the LGBTQ people are trying to brainwash folks, trying to convert folks to be like us. No, we're not. We just want common human decency and respect. You think otherwise, you're delusional. My whole thing is this. Someone asked a question. This is someone I follow on YouTube, and I've been a fan of theirs for a long time. They make a poll yesterday asking, can men get pregnant? And I'm like, in my head, like, this has nothing to do with Tekken. Why would you ask that question? That's such an odd question. They do polls, but then you just ask, do you like the warm weather or the cold weather? Would you rather travel on a train for 5 hours or travel on a car for 5 hours? You know, something like that. They'll ask questions, but this question right here is that, can men get pregnant? And the poll was like, the question was yes, no, and then they put a woman, you know how they do that little, of a person wearing a pink wig, you know that little joke in the LGBTQ community of the non-binary person wearing a pink wig? They do all that. And I answered yes, because a trans man, while they identify as a man and they should be treated as such, they still have a woman's reproductive organs. So a trans man can get pregnant. But most people say no, because a man cannot get pregnant. Yes, a cisgender male, a biologically born male, cannot get pregnant. Obviously, no matter how many times a guy busts inside of me, or I were to bust inside of another man, neither one of us are going to get pregnant. Because we're biologically born men. But if a man busts inside a woman, or if a man busts inside a trans man, there's a chance of pregnancy. Now, is it guaranteed? No, because there's many biologically born women who cannot conceive children, unfortunately. But yes, now we're saying like a cisgender man obviously cannot get pregnant. But a trans man can get pregnant. They still have a woman's reproductive organs. And a lot of councils like, no, and it was very nasty. You go through it, it was just, the reason I'm not airing this person out, because I'm not trying to be messy, and I respect this person. I hope this is just a one-time thing for this person, but if I ever see a poll like that from them again, I'm going to hit the unsubscribe. Because this goes back to the thing of LGBTQ. I don't care you're straight, obviously. My mom's a heterosexual woman, my dad's a heterosexual woman. Most people in my life that I love to death, that I would die for, are heterosexuals. But regardless of your sexuality, one thing needs to be, we have to at least share basic morals. Respect for the LGBTQ community, respect for black people, respect for women when they say no, and not treating women like they're just living sex toys and that's it. Don't do nothing foul to children. Don't steal when it's not warranted. Stealing is bad, but I do believe that in certain cases stealing is warranted. I'm going to use a quick example. If someone's starving, they steal some food, while it's not great and it's still wrong, that person is starving. Now, stealing a pack of Pokemon cards from Walmart, there's no excuse for that. Like, we have to share basic morals. If you're, we don't got like pineapples on pizza. I love pineapples on pizza. You hate it, that's cool. I love mangoes. I know people who cannot stand mangoes. I like colorful socks. There are people who do not care for colorful socks. That's cool. But if you're like, black people are just a bunch of dumb monkeys to me. The LGBTQ people are a bunch of weirdos who need to be shot in the head. You know, you think stuff like that, I don't want to fuck with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. You are a bad person. Get away from me. And you do not deserve my support. So, that's how I'm feeling. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not wanting everybody to think, oh, you gotta, you true like LGBTQ people, you gotta watch BLs, you gotta watch GLs, you gotta donate thousands of dollars to transgender people, to gay people, to lesbians, to bisexuals, to queer people, to non-binary people. No, but you must have common respect for the community. You must treat us just like any other human being. We are not freaks, we are not monsters underneath your bed. We are just people who are born different, but we are still human beings. And we are deserving of that respect as a human being. And a lot of people like to look down on us because we're supposed to be abnormal or abominations to God, heretics, etc., etc. And if you are a person, I'm not asking you, I don't care you're gay, I don't care you're straight, that's as long as you're a good person. But if you're one of those people who thinks that LGBTQ people deserve to die, you think black people deserve all the racism they get, you make fun of Asian people, you blame them from COVID, etc., etc., I really want nothing. Matter of fact, I don't want nothing to do with you. I want nothing to do with you. I think you're a garbage. I think you're a terrible human being. And I want you to go kick rocks. Anyways, guys, pretty much episode of Chatting with Onyxe Blade. I'm thinking that my Chromebook camera decided to work properly today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A big shout out to Alex Coquito, ZT Leader, Damien DeMax, Miss Otaku, and Chris Lotus. Anyway, that's it for now. Love you guys. Peace, take care. Onyxe Blade out. Ciao.